What's up? I mean, I get it. He been in the league for a long time, 20 plus years. He accumulating all the stats. You know, it looked good, but when it matters the most, you're 4-6 in the finals. When you got a person over here named Michael Jordan that's 6-0 in the finals, and when he's in the finals, his numbers increase. We'll be tapping in, man. Welcome back to the channel. I done tapped in with little bro, man. I'm back at the crib, man. I had to check up on him for the holidays. I want to do a little video with my little bro, man. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see by the title and the thumbnail, little bro is about to be seeing why LeBron James is not the GOAT. I just recently asked him off camera who he think the GOAT is. And mind you, what year you was born in?
2008.
He's born in 2008. Little bro legit. And I asked him, I said, who do you think is the greatest basketball player of all time? And what you said?
LeBron.
He said LeBron James. For his age, we all know LeBron James. That's all you know. You know what I'm saying? He been dominating ever since he was born, even before that. So I can see why he said LeBron. And me too. But it turns out, little bro, he really not the GOAT for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely the GOAT.
You think he the GOAT? Why you think he the GOAT, bro? Why you think LeBron James is the GOAT, bro?
He been the GOAT, and he been on the run for the longest.
Longevity.
Nobody had a long run like him, bro. Except Kobe.
Except Kobe?
Kobe's the only person that had a long run.
So you just saying longevity, how long he's been great.
And his son, if he get a ring with his son, it's going to be crazy.
Do you really think LeBron James is finna win a ring with Bronny James?
But what if he do, though?
He's not. Let me tell you something, bro. LeBron James, I think he's a great player. Top 2, top 3, even top 5, whatever you want to call it. LeBron James chokes and disappears when it matters the most. You know what his record is in the finals? 4-6. You know what Michael Jordan is? 6-0. When it mattered the most, guess who came through? MJ for his team. He's 6-0. Why LeBron losing 6 times in the finals? Why is he letting Jason Terry, a role player, outplay him in the finals? You feel me? But see, he don't know nothing about that. Little bro, he don't know nothing about that. So we about to show him this video right here. LeBron James top 10 playoff choke compilations, bro. I'm trying to wake little bro up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he see LeBron James as the GOAT in his eyes, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I want to show him who really the GOAT is after this video, which is MJ. So before we get into it, man, like the video, man. Comment down below any videos y'all want me to check out next. And last but not least, sub up, man. Let's hop into it.
In today's video, I'm gonna cover the top 10 LeBron James playoff choke jobs over his entire career. For someone who millions consider their GOAT, LeBron James has so many examples of him failing miserably when everything is on the line and his team and millions of fans need him to be more than an athlete. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're gonna expose LeBron's playoff reputation right now. Let's get at it. Number 10, the 2025 Western Conference first round versus Minnesota. And yeah, I know this series ain't over yet, but LeBron is going out sad, and he looks cooked. And I mean, just look at him being Mr. Nice Guy with the competition. Just pathetic. From poor shooting in the moments that matter to
Like, look at that. Do you agree with that? Like, in a playoff environment, do you agree with, like, talking to your opponents like that?
Nah.
Like, on some friendly, you know, what you think?
I'm on his head. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I'm gonna talk my age.
Yeah, like, you there to compete.
It's money on the line, boy.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like, I don't know, bro.
Why is he?
And
he's losing. He's losing in the playoffs. And he's giggling with the opponent. Like, who does that? Kobe not doing them. You know what I'm saying? Kobe not doing that. Jordan not doing that. You feel me? It's just little stuff like that, but whatever.
Competition, just pathetic. From poor shooting in the moments that matter to critical mistakes, this is your typical crunch time LBJ failure. And yeah, some of that blame goes to JJ Redick here for playing the same 5 guys for the entire second half of Game 4. But even that is LeBron's fault because he forced the Lakers to hire JJ Redick. Even worse than LeBron shooting over 2 in the 4th quarter, despite him being on the court for the entire 12 minutes. The lasting image from this series has to be Anthony Edwards pushing around the King like his own little prison bitch in the closing minutes. Number 9, the 2023 Western Conference Finals versus Denver. And in the closeout game, a narrow 2-point loss really showed just how much James falls apart in the fourth quarter. A 40-point, 15 for 25, 10 rebound, 9 assists, 3 for 7 from 3-point range performance looks absolutely.
He had a good performance, but in the fourth, when it mattered,
below the surface, in the fourth quarter of an elimination game, LeBron James shot.
He's not clutch. And then why are you driving on 2 people
in the fourth
when you got AD right here?
Elimination game, LeBron James shot a putrid 1 for 6, which very well may have been the deciding factor in the King getting unceremoniously swept for the 3rd time.
I'm crying to the refs. The game over.
Time in the playoffs in his career. Number 8, Game 6 of the 2015 NBA Finals. People tend to forget this one, but I don't care who was injured. This was still a winnable series against Golden State. Down 3-2 at home for Game 6, LeBron shot his team right out of the finals with a 13 for 33 performance. Going
In the finals.
2 from 3-point range in an 8-point loss that
The
gave
GOAT,
Steph
though?
Curry
The GOAT? Terrion, the GOAT?
The goal.
his first game. The Akron Hammer shot an abysmal 0 for 6 from 3 in the second half, allowing Golden State to turn a 4-point halftime lead into a Game 6 victory and give Steph Curry his first ring out of 3 that he took from LeBron James. Guess who's holding my videos back? This guy. I really need you, yes you, to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you love, please. Number 7, the 2013 NBA Finals. In the fourth quarter of Game 6, LeBron actually did put up solid numbers. 16 points on 7 for 11. But he clanged the one shot that would have changed his reputation as a liability in the clutch. And then in a truly miraculous turn of events, Chris Bosh, who LeBron has gone out of his way to disrespect this year, rebounded and kicked the ball out to Ray Allen, who had been practicing that exact shot for months beforehand. And this bailed LeBron James out. It saved his legacy and shifted the focus onto Ray's incredible shot and off of LeBron's late game ineptitude. Number 6, Game 1 of the 2014 NBA Finals. The Miami Heat were down by 2 points late in the fourth quarter when the King, a man who had spent over $1.5 million on keeping his body in peak physical condition, cramped up during the NBA Finals. Yes, the AC broke down in San Antonio. Yes, it was over 90 degrees on the court. And yes, LeBron James was the only player in San Antonio that night who cramped up. For what?
How you feel about that? Him cramping up in the finals. And he invests so much money into his body and stuff like that. But in a moment where it mattered the most, you want to start, how you feel about that, though? You an athlete, how you feel about that?
I mean, sometimes they just come, but I don't know, bro. I mean, if he's spending that much money and investing that much back into himself, it's just like, that don't happen. And they paying you supposed to be the GOAT. You can't fall out the game in clutch moments.
You know what I'm saying? That's like you were in a football game and you in the playoffs, first round, your team needs you and you starting to,
And selling your team.
Whatever the reason that the chosen one chose not to drink enough water, LeBron's exit from the game opened up the floodgates.
I get it,
the Spurs
but it's like,
went
come
on a
on, bro, you gotta fight
16-1 run over the last 4 minutes, and the Heat would go on to lose that game by 15 points and lose the series in 5 games. Do you happen to know a bronze-sexual? How about a friend who calls him the GOAT? Go ahead and send him this video and ruin his day. Number 5, Games 1 and 4 of the 2007 NBA Finals. In Game 1, James torched his own team by shooting 4 for 16 from the field. But even worse than that, in Game 4, LeBron went 10 of 30 and shot the Cavs out of a winnable game as San Antonio eked out a 2-point victory, making the Spurs the first team out of the GOAT to sweep LeBron James-led teams in the playoffs. Number 4.
What?
I don't know.
What's going on, Terrion?
I don't know,
What's going on, little bro? It's like when it matters the most, he choking. What's up? I mean, I get it. He been in the league for a long time, 20 plus years. He accumulating all the stats. You know, it looked good, but when it matters the most, you're 4-6 in the finals. When you got a person over here named Michael Jordan that's 6-0 in the finals. And when he's in the finals, his numbers increase. So it's like, how can you be the GOAT when it matters the most, you ain't coming through for your team?
Right.
Game 1 of the 2008 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Boston Celtics. Yes, this is a Game 1 and not a series-ending performance, but I'm counting this one for 2 reasons. First, this was a winnable game and the series went to a full 7, and this could have changed the outcome of the series as it went to a full 7 game. So if LeBron doesn't absolutely maul his team's chances here, maybe the Cavs win the series. Number 2, it was arguably LeBron's worst single statistical performance of his entire playoff career. And for a guy who has as many horrendous, historically awful performances in the postseason as he does, that's really saying something. The Kings 2 for 18, 12 point, 10 turnover, 0 for 6 from 3-point range. Performance is truly
2 for 8.
abysmal.
He missed 16 shots out of 18.
Worse when we isolate James's final quarter output, with the Boston Celtics leading by only 3 points at the end of the third quarter. Despite the futility from the chosen one, LeBron put up a rancid fourth quarter even for him, shooting 1 of 8, including 0 for 3 from 3-point range to gift wrap a victory that the Celtics were lucky to get away with. Now, one would think King James wouldn't get embarrassed in 2 straight games, and that LeBron would be determined to rebound, refocus, and kick some ass in Game 2. What happened? Well, after cruising to a 7-point lead at the end of the quarter, the Cavs would get wrecked, 72-49 the rest of the way, with the chosen one shooting 3 of 16 in quarters.
Damn,
2 through
Bron.
4. In fact, LeBron's combined 8 of 42 shooting in the first 2 games of that series.
8 of
dropped the
42?
Cavs to an 0-2 start and maybe the worst 2-game postseason performance by any player.
But the media don't talk about this, though, you know what I'm
great
saying?
in back-to-back playoff games.
The media don't put light on this. Like the House of Highlights or the Bleacher Report. They won't show this. But come on, bro. In the first 2 games, you shot 8 for 42? You can go to the park and shoot better than that.
Don't forget to follow me on X at Red Blood Sports for more unhinged takes. Number 3, Game 4 of the 2018 NBA Finals. After the Cavs lost Game 1 in the J.R. Smith game, they would lose the next 2 by a combined 28 points. The daunting prospect of getting swept in the finals for a second time in LeBron.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He was out there high, bro. He didn't know what was going on.
LeBron's career loomed in the air as Game 4 approached. The creeping eventuality of yet another final sweep was no excuse for how LeBron went out. Don't ever forget, LeBron James gave up when
it's
it
the
mattered
playoffs.
on his home court.
Look, he turned the ball, like, the body language on the court. Like, what is you doing? It's the playoffs.
Don't ever forget,
He got
LeBron
ripped in it.
James gave up when it mattered on his home
Started
court
walking.
like a bitch with his back against the wall in what would be his final game in Cleveland. You might expect LeBron James to show up, show out for his city, empty the clip, and lay it all on the line in front of his home faithful, wouldn't you? LeBron put up 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, so at first glance, that looks okay, I guess. But James disappointed everyone in the viewing audience by playing passively throughout the contest. I mean, after putting up 32 shot attempts in Game 1 and 28 shot attempts in Game 3, the chosen one settled for 13 in his last night in a Cavs uniform. Let the record show that Rodney
for a
Hood,
superstar?
a bench player, took more shot attempts than LeBron James did in a closeout game in the finals and his last game as a Cleveland Cavalier.
Like, why is he shying away from the moment? If you the GOAT and it's in a high tense environment in the playoffs, you should want the ball more.
Fact.
Why is you shooting only 13 shots? You letting somebody off the bench named Rodney Hood shoot more than you. Like what? Goats don't do that. You feel me? Like I feel like the lights get too bright for Bron sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Down by 9 points at the half, may have just as well crawled into the fetal position at midcourt. He made 1 field goal on 2 paltry attempts in the final 2 quarters. George Hill, Kyle Korver, and Rodney Hood all
2
took
shot
more
attempts
shots
in the second
than the
half.
franchise cornerstone LeBron James did in the 4th quarter. LeBron's performance was just like
He said what?
What does he have on?
What he got on?
LeBron James did in the 4th quarter.
That's drip.
Hell no.
That's not drip. Nah, the Red Sox is crazy. I don't see no
Cuz
red.
got on a hoodie with the blazer. He ain't even go button up.
Bro, he has a hoodie on.
With a button up under the...
Brian, what's going on?
And does he have on high top Air Forces?
Bruh, come on,
those
dog. You
high
get
top
way too much
boys.
money, bro. Nah, that fit ain't it,
LeBron's performance
Yeah.
was just like Kobe's in his last game as a Laker, only the exact opposite. When it came time to win or go down swinging, LeBron James was the first one on his team to throw in the towel and give up. After several piss-poor effort plays, James was mercifully pulled from the game with 4 minutes left. Then, as time expired, the King left the court. Not only did he refuse to shake hands with his opponents, he abandoned his teammates and didn't wave or say farewell to his fans or give them a chance to honor him. Cleveland fans' final memory of their king was his harsh, disinterested departure, one that was inconsiderate and flat out disrespectful to anyone who spent their time or their money watching that game. Number 2, the entire 2011 NBA Finals against the Dallas Mavericks. The previous summer,
And mind you, this series, his team was favored to win. So, watch what he do.
James had just stabbed the entire city of Cleveland in the back and ran away to the Miami Heat to join his boys on a super team. Easily the most hated man in the NBA, LeBron could not have performed worse in a finals with his new team. Right when his new teammates needed him to be more than an athlete, LeBron had the worst NBA Finals performance by any all-time great. With the penultimate display of his ineptitude and cowardice in Game 5's 0-for-4 fourth quarter, while the Mavs turned a 4-point
2
deficit
shots?
into a 2-point win. As if
He's not
getting
even shooting. He's
out-hustled and
scared.
outplayed by Jason Terry and JJ Barea wasn't bad enough. LeBron's fourth quarter stats for this series are terrible. Over 6 games, the King shot 7 for 21.
This what goats do? In games 1 through 6. Look.
So 6 games, he shot 21
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1 game.
Nah, bro. Wait. I think that's what it say. If that's true, bro, y'all let me know in the comments. Is that true? Game 1 through 6. He shot 21 times? That can't be true, bro. That can't be true.
Terrible. Over 6 games, the King shot 7 for 21 and 1 for 9 in the last 15 minutes of each game. Over
Stop
the fourth,
it, bro. What you think about that, bro?
See, me, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't even be watching basketball, but growing up, you know, LeBron always was the GOAT. So, they may be changing me. Maybe the old heads was right.
For real.
Maybe
I mean, and I'm gonna show you an MJ video after this. But look, this is not what GOATs do. Even Kobe wouldn't do nothing like that. Like, and then you letting role players like Jason Terry, JJ Barea, you probably don't know them, but they outplaying Bron when it matters in the finals. You feel like, I get it, all the stats and stuff, like he been in the league, he been great for a long time, but it's like when it matters the most, he go sometimes. Yeah, he won 4 championships. He's an all-time great. I agree. But like, is he the greatest? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Most disgusting failure in the NBA Finals of his career, but it wasn't his worst playoff failure. Number 1, Game 5 of the 2010 Eastern Conference Semifinals. Of all of the historically significant games I have ever seen by a superstar basketball player, this one was by far the most disappointing. This game wasn't just supposed to be a climactic Game 5. This was a career-defining Game 5. Remember, the backdrop to this was that LeBron was set to test free agency and potentially leave his home state and the Cleveland Cavaliers with the series tied 2-2. The city needed him to win this game and win it decisively. LeBron was the reigning MVP and the Cavs were the first overall seed, and yet somehow they found themselves in a dogfight with the aging Celtics. I can't think of another occasion in league history when a superstar with so much riding on the outcome of one single game appeared to be trying to intentionally lose that game. At a time when his teammates, his fans, and his city all needed him to come through to be more than a fucking athlete, LeBron James shat himself harder than Cardi B on live stream.
There we go. Okay, y'all thought I was lying.
LeBron's 3 for 14 stat line looks horrendous, and it was. But it doesn't nearly tell the entire story here. Right from the rip, reigning MVP, James passively settled for outside shots. James missed 6 consecutive shots, all jumpers, before scoring on a dunk with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. That was LeBron's first field goal of the entire game. He didn't make a field goal until the game was more than halfway over. Cleveland's king didn't just disinterestedly stab millions of Cavalier fans in the heart. He showed no heart in a pivotal game. Right then and there, LeBron took himself out.
Look at the stats right here, bro. Look at the stats, bro. In the playoffs, this man let a washed Shaquille O'Neal outscore him in a playoff game. He shot 3 for 14. What is you doing?
6 rebounds, 7 assists.
Like, that's regular numbers for an average NBA player. Like, if you the GOAT, bro, you gotta put up 30 plus.
The GOAT conversation based on that one game alone. Sure, Kobe had bad games in the playoffs, so did MJ. Happens, but no one, perhaps no NBA superstar in a career and legacy-defining game.
Anyways, what you think about that video, man?
I mean, I feel like it showed me what the internet don't display to you about Brian. You feel me? Because Brian always was the GOAT in my eyes.
Yeah.
You feel me? Until I was just shown otherwise.
I mean, you can still think, he the GOAT. Everybody got their opinions. But I just feel like some people, like, they don't pay attention to the other stuff. Like all these internet blogs and stuff, they only focus on the good. You know what I'm saying? As far as LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Like, the media gonna always praise Bron, especially to the younger generation. Everybody just, look at Bron as, the greatest because he's been doing it for so long. But if you go back a little bit, there's a couple players that, I don't know, like, if you do your research, you might put them over Bron, like a Kobe. You go back and do your research and see the numbers that Kobe was putting up in the playoffs, and he got more championships than Bron. You know what I'm saying? He got 5. But if you go back and look at his numbers, bro, he was putting up better numbers than Bron, slick. And then Jordan, too. We ain't even talking about Jordan. So I'm going to show you a Jordan video after this. Y'all tune in. But little bro, man, as y'all can see, man, the younger generation, bro, they don't really pay attention to stuff like this, man. But I showed little bro, he don't agree with the choking in the playoffs, bro. You can't call yourself the greatest when you choking in big moments, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, man. Like the video. Shout out little bro, man. We got another one coming after this, man. But yeah, y'all tap in, man. Sub up.